Alright, now let's look at the second Mazda car that I want to feature. This is the Mazda CX-30. This is assembled in Malaysia, starting price for around 139,000 ringgit Malaysia. Mazda CX-30 is basically a B plus to C segment crossover SUV. It competes against the Toyota Corolla Cross as well as the Honda HR-V. So it's a B to C segment crossover SUV. Okay, the sizes are actually marginally bigger than the competitors such as the Honda HR-V. It's more or less the size of the Toyota Corolla Cross. So it's something like a B plus C minus kind of proposition. And the CX-30 also considered one of the best-selling Mazda crossover in Malaysia. So today I'm going to just bring you through around the car and show you what the CX-30 has to offer. So now let's go through the exterior styling, shall we? Because this is where the selling point of the Mazda CX-30 is. So it's positioned as a B plus or C minus kind of crossover SUV. So now let's start with the front design details of the CX-30. You can see that it carries over the Mazda family design language, where you can see that there's a LED daytime running lights at the LED projected headlight right there. And as you can see, the grille design also carry over from the pre-facelift Mazda CX-5. You can see that the chrome panel actually extends to the headlight itself. And the Mazda logo is laminated, which means that this comes with the active safety features. And the signal indicator is actually mounted on the bumper section down there. Okay, that means that there's no longer a front fog lights for the CX-30, because the LED technology in the CX-30 is already considered adaptive type. So it will adjust according to the condition of the road in Malaysia. At the front there, you can see that the bumper section is much more cleaner, and it also comes with front parking sensors. And the CX-30 uses a clamshell hood so that there's no cut lines at the front of the bonnet section. If you look at the front in this angle, you can see that the front bonnet is actually much more cleaner. For the side profile, many people say that it's a similar kind of design as the Ferrari Puro Sangue, which I sort of agree with it because of the design silhouette of the side profile of the CX-30. At the rim right here, it uses an 18-inch kind of design and is finished in sort of a grey gunmetal finish, which looks very nice, and it pairs to the design details of the CX-30. And many people may question about the side cladding of the CX-30 being so exposing and it's not finished in a gloss black. I think that Mazda wants to give the CX-30 a bit more crossover kind of design details, hence they make the side cladding so big. And this is built on the C segment platform, same with the Mazda 3. So the front suspension uses a McPherson strut. The rear is finished in a torsion beam instead of the usual C segment cars uses a multi-link or even a double wishbone. So torsion beam is actually cheapest to make, and it also gives the interior a bit more space, because torsion beam actually saves up more space for the rear room instead of the multi-link suspension system. Side mirrors is mounted on the doors so that the blind spot right here is cleared, and the windows lines right here features a chrome mixture with gloss black, so it gives this car a bit more premium touch. And this 2-liter height comes with a sunroof, but it's not a panoramic type, it's just a normal sunroof design. Keyless entry, there's no longer the button type like the CX-5, whereby you touch this indentation to lock. To unlock, you just tap your hand behind of the door handle. Okay, so this is a new generation design which you can find in the new generation Mazda 3. For the rear, this being a B to C segment crossover, obviously the rear you will get disc brake instead of drum brakes like the Honda HR-V. So the fuel cap is a button type, so you do not need to locate a lever in the driver's side. So this is the rear design of the Mazda CX-30. In my opinion, I think that it looks much more nicer than the CX-3 because that this car is actually wider in dimension compared to the CX-3, which is marketed as a B segment crossover. Down here, you have a very pronounced anti-scratch material together with two exhaust tips. And the tail lights are all finished in LED, as well as the third brake light, which is integrated in the rear spoiler. So this is basically the exterior touches of this Mazda CX-30. So now let's check out the interior and see what this CX-30 has to offer. So just pull the door handles and you're greeted by the mixture of brown and black interior. So this is a new generation Mazda design. Okay, it's more latest than the facelifted Mazda CX-5, as you can see. So for the driver's side, you get electronic adjustment, whereas for the passenger, you get manual adjustment. So now let's get inside the car and close the door. So you notice that the operation of the door is much more lightweight than the CX-5. So this tells the segment of this car. Okay, this is not a big car. This is something like a compact size crossover. Okay, start with the doors. Expected from Mazda, all of the door panels are wrapped in very nice soft touch material and together with a mixture of leather with white stitching. Okay, this color combination is between a dark brown and black, so it gives the interior a bit more luxury touches. And the door handles is finished in chrome painted plastic. Okay, it looks very nice to the touch. It's very smooth. And the door lock unlock, it has a central lock but only for the driver's side. The passenger side right there doesn't get it. So I hope that Mazda will implement the door lock and unlock for the passenger side as well, so that the passenger can lock and unlock the car with more convenience. So the window controls right here is angled something like Audi design, so it's much more ergonomics to operate it. And you get automatic in both direction. This is to adjust your side mirrors, and this you get full buttons. Okay, you get the safety system off, the panoramic view monitor, front parking sensor off, traction control off, and the Mazda iStop, which is basically the auto start stop system. Down here you get two sets of memory for the driver's side, and this is the port open the power boot. Right here you get a small storage space to put some coins. And here's the steering wheel. This is the new generation Mazda steering wheel. Okay, and you get paddle shifter at the rear and with some chrome finishing, which gives the steering wheel a very sporty feel. Although it's not flat bottom, but the overall feel and the grip, it screams sportiness. Okay, the steering wheel you can get tilt and telescopic adjustments, and the meter right here you get a combination of analog for both side and digital meter at the center. So this is the same design you can find in Mazda 3 as well as the facelifted CX-5 as well. To me, the mixture of analog and digital is one of the perfect combination, so it looks timeless as well as technological in that sense. As you can see, Mazda actually makes the CX-30 a more driver-centric design, because you can see that these two aircon vents is actually angles towards the driver. The passenger will get a separation aircon vents design. So you can tell that the Mazda design philosophy of the CX-30 is go towards the driver's car. Headlights controls and the signal is on the right stop, wiper is on the left. Both gets automatic adjustments. And the dashboard are wrapped in very nice soft touch leather, you can see. Very plush, and the dashboard material is finished in brown leather with a stitching. And this is the new Mazda MZT Connect system. The screen size is around 10.25 inch. You can operate by this MZT connect buttons right here. It's very easy to understand. This is to control your music, your navigation, backward, home. This is your MZT connect knob. You can turn, you can push up, down, left and right to control the menus that you wanted. Here is to control the volume buttons, and here's your electronic parking brake, auto hold, and this is the gear lever. It's the same carryover for the CX-8, CX-9, Mazda 3, CX-3, Mazda 2 as well as the CX-30. Okay, you get sport mode buttons. Right here you get dual zone climate controls with a push button start. Right here you get a lid right here to close it, and it reveals 2 cup holders, and there's no wireless charging for the CX-30. And the glove box deep down slowly, but it doesn't have the felt covered in the glove box, so this speaks also the segment of this car. Up here you get the LED dimming light and a sunroof button, sunglass holder. This is the sunroof, it's not a panoramic type. And right here, here's the armrest. It's very big, right? So how you gonna operate it to open the armrest? So first you need to locate a lever. You push all the way back and up, because if they make it open up like this, it will be very awkward, because this armrest is very long. If you open like this, it will actually distract your hands. So it's the best way to glide to the back and goes up. So inside here there's a bit more storage space and a USB port and a 12-volt power outlet. And you can also have a partition right here if you want to separate your items in the glove box. So this is kind of good design. And to close it, you close and you just glide forward. So this is one of the nicest operation for the armrest. Here you get a frameless rear view mirror, and the visibility to the back is rather limited because as you can see the rear glass wear of the CX-30 is rather small, rather narrow. Okay, now let's get to the back seat. As you can see, when you open the doors, the digital LCD cluster will light up, as well as the needles on the sides. It looks very premium. So now let's get to the back seat. So the back is a bit dark, so I have to use my flashlight. So see at the back, you can immediately tell that this is not a big car. Legroom is very limited in my opinion, because the front seat are not adjusted to my driving position, but judging from the passenger side, as you can see, actually the rear space is rather tight. Okay, to be very honest, and the seat back right here is very straight. So if you were to sit this car for a long journey, the back passenger may feel a bit more tiring. And seat pocket is only present on the passenger side instead of the driver's side. So I do not understand why they cut cost it. They should have give both. And you get rear aircon vents. Okay, right here they cut cost on the brown leather, which is present on the front doors. This part also is wrapped in hard plastic. I understand that this car is not expensive, so I can understand why they cut cost for the rear door section, because this car is meant to be a driver's car, and with your partner or your girlfriend, okay, for your weekend drive or your daily drive. The back seat is more or less suitable for temporary usage instead of fetching passenger every day. Okay, because the rear passenger may feel very tired, because the seat bands are also not finished in full length. And at the armrest at the middle, it's not the brilliant design like the Mazda CX-5, where you open up here, you get a storage space with a charging port. Now it's just 2 cup holders. And as you can see, the rear space right here is rather claustrophobic because of the third window right here is rather small, and the window lines is rather tall. So legroom is limited. Headroom is about one piece and a little bit more. So it's really limited in my opinion.
It's a new way of engineering to bring out to the left.
So you can see that the door opening is not very wide. So actually for the ingress and egress for the back seats, you need a bit of force and a bit of energy to go in and out, because the segment of this car is not very big. It's more suitable for two-person usage, and if you have a kid, the kid is really small, around 1 or 2 years old. At the back you can put your child seats. So for the 2-liter height variant, the CX-30 comes with a power boot, and you can see that the boot space is nowhere comparing to the Honda HR-V. It's just enough for your daily usage, and the boot loading floor is rather tall as well, so you need a bit of force to put your items inside the boot. You still can fold your seats by 60-40, but there's only a lever for the back seat passenger. There's no other levers on the boot itself. It only has a LED lights on the sides to ease your visibility if you want to find your items at night. And the partial shelf right here also follows the tailgate. When you open it, these things will go away. So it's a rather small boot in my opinion, and you can close and lock it by just pressing the button on the tailgate. So yeah, this is my verdicts of the Mazda CX-30 2-liter. So if you have any comments, and comment down below and let me know what you think about the Mazda CX-30. So this marks my full walk-around session with this car. Be sure to subscribe, like and share my video if you like my walk-around series. I will see you in my next video. Cheers!